So, as you can see, that is out, and I got that out. You're probably going to need a breaker bar to get that one. I had to use my breaker bar to get it off. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and take the shift selector off. As you can see, two bolts are shorter than the others. The shorter ones go cross to each other, and you can kind of see right here how this is shorter path and this is a longer path, so it takes a longer bolt. So once again, that's also in that other DIY. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get the detent springs out. You can actually upgrade these with Speed Factory. I recommend doing it. It's a little cheap upgrade you can do. I've done mine already. Alright, there are 12. Like I said, expect a spring and a ball to come out. As you can see, there's the spring. There's also balls in them. I guess I'll just tip it over and get all three of them out. Kind of taking note of which one was in which one. I can't remember if they're different sizes, or the springs, no, they're all not different sizes, never mind. But I like to put everything back the way it was anyway. Alright, let's try to get these balls out and without losing it. Alright, so I got one. Oh, and the other one kind of went flying. About to go get it real quick. I'm gonna try to wipe these down, make sure they didn't get all kinds of dirt on them. But I'm gonna put these up here. I like to put anything that goes internally on the ground and get dust on it. Alright, let's try to get this last one without the same crap going on. Cover the hole. There it is. Alright. I still drop it. Alright, so all detent springs and the balls are out. Alright, so now that we got first and second, third and fourth, and fifth and sixth detent springs out, there's another one on the back. Let me move you guys over. Right here. This one right here, we're gonna go ahead and take that out. Pipe. Alright, this holds reverse in. Put that over there. Okay, so what I did was I took a picture so I know all these little grounding locations and stuff, so I can put the brackets on exactly where they are. So I took a picture before I took everything off, just kind of a reference point. I do that sometimes, I take pictures. So right now I'm going to go around, get all these little, let's see what they are. Looks like they're 12s. So I'm going to take these 12s all the way around, and pretty simple. I don't think I had to show you, but you know, these 12s that go all the way around the case, just going to take them off. I think some of them are longer, like the ones that go right here are going to be longer, so just take note of that this is going to be a longer bolt, and it's going to go, you see how long this path is, kind of like with the shift selector. If you see that long path, that's where the long bolt goes. Bam. And I think there's another one on this side. And that might be a little bit longer path. Yeah, see how it sticks up further than the others? So just be aware of that. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and knock all these out. It'd be nice if I had power tools, but you know, I'm broke. so all these bolts on this layer right here are gone. Now, up here, if you can see, there's a snap ring. Let me get out the light. So there you go. There's a little snap ring or C-clip, whatever you want to call it. I think I should have the tool. Okay, so as you can see, I moved it out. I pushed it out. This is actually the tool that you're supposed to use, but I can't find the extension that goes onto it. Basically, when you squeeze it together, it squeezes out, so it would spread that. So instead, since I couldn't find that, I just used some pliers and then just opened them up to make it spread out like so. And then you'll hear a little clunk noise because it's dropping. Once you hear that clunk noise, you pretty much got it. So now we're just gonna lift up the case. You have to do this before you lift up this case. Okay, you guys are back with me. So yeah, as you can see, I spread that apart. Now it's dropped down because I separated it. Basically, I just took a pry bar right here where the shift fork is, and I just lifted up on it right here, and that helped me push it up. So just for your reference. All right, you guys. Also, there's a bearing that needs to come out too. So, I might lay down a towel or something so I can kind of bang it out. But yeah, that bearing in there, this bearing needs to come out. Okay, so my GoPro's out of batteries, which sucks. So let me go ahead and while we're waiting for it to charge, let me go ahead and give the lowdown. So like I showed, if the bearing gets stuck, you use a mallet or just kind of drop the case on a soft surface and get the bearing out because it belongs right here. And you can tell the top part is the one with the letters, the side that has the letters. So if you see the letters, that means that's the top of the bearing that needs to stick out this way. So there's the lettering, you can kind of see it. But anyway, so let's take a look at this. All right, so right here you have the first gear, then you'll have second gear, third gear, fourth gear, fifth gear, and sixth gear. And as you can tell, they have sets. So the actual synchros for like third and fourth and fifth and sixth are on this shaft on this side, as you can see. So sorry, I don't have my other hand. There, so there you go. All right, there you go. See, let's see if I can get this in neutral. There you go, back in neutral. Okay, I'll put this one in neutral too. All right, back in neutral. So as you can see, the little kind of goldish colors, the synchro. And these are the engagement teeth, and this is the actual gear, which is, it has a set on this side. So But you'll see first and second synchro is on this side and the slider's on this side. So as you can see, the fork connects over here, which mine's rusty. Yeah, I know. I don't like that, but it's all good in the hood. I think it's just a little bit of surface rust. But yeah, so the first thing we're gonna have to do is come over here. You're gonna have to take these two bolts out so you can take off reverse gear. So those two bolts are for the reverse gear right here. So once we take out reverse gear, we can let this entire thing out at one piece. And when you go to put it back on, you have to have it all as one piece as well, I think, pretty much, or you won't be able to fit it back in the slot. So take it out as one, put it back as one. All right, let me go ahead and get these two bolts off, and hopefully my GoPro will get a little bit of charge so you guys can see me while I'm working. But I'm going after these two bolts right now. So. All right, guys, as you can see, I took out the two bolts I was talking about and the reverse gear that it was holding. They're both right here. All right, now I'm gonna pull this out as one unit. Okay, as you guys can see, I pulled it out. Here it is over here. I took the forks off already, and there's a reverse fork. So here's my gears. So I had the best leverage to pull everything up by just grabbing here and having my other hand about right here, and then I just lifted it up like so. So I just came straight out like that. That's how I got the best leverage. I'm gonna check and see if my GoPro is gonna let me get some footage so I can stop having to cut and then do it and then come back and show you guys what I did. You guys can just watch what I'm doing, so hold on. All right, so I'm back on the GoPro. I'm gonna set this right here for now. It's probably still gonna run out on me, I don't know, but let's try. So I'm replacing my fork gear, so I'm gonna attack this one right now. All right, so taking off the bearing first. I'm gonna put it all to the side. All right, I'm gonna take it off as a group, so I'm gonna start it. So 6th and then 5th gear. I'm gonna take them off as one little group. And there's a bearing in here, just so you guys know, needle bearing. All right. All right, so I have access to my 4th gear, and that's really all I'm replacing. So this is the problem with my transmission. You'll have to watch the other video. I kind of go in depth, but you can see the teeth are chewed up right here. So that's why I'm replacing this gear. So just so you know, there is a bearing in here. Taking the old one off. All right, so you'll see there's let's see how many holes? 3 holes, and there's 3 clips right here. Sorry, I don't know if I held that too close. 3 clips. So that's what those 3 holes are for. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the synchro. So there's 3 parts of it. Yay and yay. So this part goes in with the little 3 prongs sticking up, and then this part goes in. You'll see these little clips right here. They'll match these little clips on the inside. Just kind of rotate everything until it falls into place. Yeah. So here, synchros in. Good. Okay. And there's a little ring right here too. Just FYI, that ring needs to be there. Don't forget your snap rings. Okay. I'll maybe yell at you guys. First, I'm gonna spin this around until it falls into place. And there we go. I'm in place. Okay, I got everything back together. As you can see, just put it back on as you took it off. We're gonna have to move this to the inside, so yeah, I'm gonna put it back together. Hang on, I'm gonna put you guys over here. Probably gonna run out of batteries. This is the GoPro. Try to get this back in. All at once. So I hope you guys saw how I dropped that in. There you go. But basically what I made sure to do is line this up with my fingers. You can see it. Basically that's where your shift selector is going to go and move these up and down or whatever. So I made sure to line that up as I put them in, so I knew I had all these in the correct positions. Whatever. I made sure that all of these are in neutral. So, okay. Let me make sure everything's tight and can engage. So I'm gonna try to engage everything here. All right. That's good. Fourth gear's good. Third again. Second. Second. Neutral. First. Neutral. Second. Neutral. Okay. Got all my gears back in neutral. Okay, I'm gonna put this back. first. That'll probably make things easier. Alright. Start it by hand first. Start this one by hand first. So basically I'm working with those 2 bolts on the reverse. Yep, that engages the button. As you can see, there's a little button right there that engages the reverse lights. When that pushes in, sends a signal to your reverse lights. Makes those little white lights happen in the back. So this is pushing it. As you can see, it affects that arm up and down. When I engage reverse. So there we go. And as you can see, reverse is the only straight cut gear in our transmissions, unless you upgrade to straight cut gears. That's why reverse gear makes that whiny noise. Alright, I'm gonna get the case back on. Okay, so I put Permatex right here on the tray and right there on the tray. I'm just gonna let it dry before I put the case back on. Just remember, line this back up so it fits into the reverse hole. As long as you can put the case over it and see the hole, you can probably just use some object to stick in there and move it to where it needs to be so you can put the bolt in there. But yeah, make sure you get that lined up. You know, here it is, the bolt hole, and you can see that on the casing. Okay, so you can use Honda Bond right here. I'm just gonna use this and line it up right here. So I'm gonna clean up this little surface right here so it can mate good. Okay, I should have a good enough charge to where I don't have to keep turning it on and off. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna line this up. Yeah, that's better. Make sure you make sure the C-clamp is pretty much fitting, trying to at least go down in before you use the bolts to tighten it up, and yeah, make sure that's there. once again, this bolt, oh yeah, just a reminder, make sure that is clamped over the bearing. Mine's not all the way yet, but I'm gonna make sure in just a second. First I want to make sure this is gonna go in, which I looked in there with the flashlight. It looks like it's pretty flush. Should be able to go in. Come on. Don't know what's going on here. What's going on here? There we go. I think I caught something. That's gonna straighten it up. I'm gonna go ahead and put that one in because I want to get this in to make sure it lines up good. Okay. Alright, looks like it's going in. That's a tricky one because there's no directional line or anything like that that kind of tells you how to line it up. You know, which kind of sucks. But, you know, it is what it is. I'll give it the torque specs on that as well on my description. Or I might tell you guys in just a second. Alright, so I'm going to crisscross on these. So this one, that one, that one, blah, 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 blah. There you go. So crisscross these as I tighten them up with the torque wrench, 20 pounds. I'm going to do 25. So I'm going to start with this. Well, I'm going to start with this one. Alright. And I guess this one is the crisscross one. I'm going to answer this text message. Okay, so I was on this one. Alright. Get the one next to that one. Alright. And I guess that one would be this one. Alright. 5. What's up, guys? I'm in McDonald's right now editing the transmission rebuild video. It ended up becoming over an hour long, so kind of had to chop it up a little bit and take out the part where I'm putting the casing back on. So just pretty much you just do what you did to take it off, redo it. The only thing is getting that C-clamp back on the shaft. Ways you can do that is you can, once you get the C-clamp started, you open it up, try to push the casing down on it, and then you can flip the transmission upside down and then kind of tap it on the ground, and that'll help it fall into the C-clamp. So that's a good way to get a C-clamp. And the other thing is just to remember to line up that reverse bolt. If you have any issues, just hit me up in the comment section or whatever. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.